This is China's largest imperial mausoleum complex, the Eastern Qing Tombs in Hebei. The spirit way, every building and structure speak the language of power, making visitors bow without realizing it. How does it work?
Hi everyone, I'm Carl. I hope you are having a wonderful day. I'm here at the Eastern Qing Tombs in Zhonghua, Hebei, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This vast necropolis is the final resting place of 5 Qing emperors. Today, let's explore this World Heritage Site and uncover the meaning behind these great designs.
The Eastern Qing Tombs are located in Zhonghua, Hebei province, about 70 kilometers northeast of China's capital, Beijing. They belong to the Manchu Imperial family, which originated in northeast China. In 1644, the Manchus entered the Central Plains and began ruling China proper. The emperor at the time was Shunzhi Xiaoling. After Shunzhi Emperor died in 1661, he was buried here on this large riverless and mountain-ranged land, giving rise to the largest complex of imperial mausoleums in China. As the pinnacle of centralized autocracy in Chinese history, this Qing imperial complex everywhere projects the will of power and the symbolism of ethnic integration, an exemplar of cultural fusion within a powerful multi-ethnic empire. The first monumental structure at the Eastern Qing Tombs is the stone Paifang. It's a stone gateway built in imitation of temple architecture, spanning 31.35 meters across and rising 12.48 meters high, making it the widest surviving stone Paifang in China. Constructed entirely in stone, it withstood the 1976 Tangshan earthquake and has remained standing ever since. Everywhere on the Paifang you can see the Qing Dynasty's exquisite stone carving. At the foot of every column sits a qilin, the Chinese mythic beast symbolizing harmony and good fortune. Beneath each qilin, intricate pierced high-relief dragon motifs are carved, declaring this as an imperial principate, sacred and inviolable. From this very Paifang all the way to the burial mound and the underground palace of the Shunzhi Emperor, the main spirit way of the Eastern Qing Tombs stretches about 6 kilometers. By imperial protocol, every later ruler buried here had their own spirit way connected to Shunzhi's main spirit way, the architectural emblem of an empire that aspired to endure in unity for generations to come. The first formal gateway here is the Great Red Gate, in Chinese 大红门. If the Paifang you just saw serves as a reminder that you are approaching the tomb principate, this is the true front gate, the point where you enter the inner complex. Its use was strictly regulated. The central portal remained closed year-round, opened only when the coffins of an emperor or empress passed through. The eastern portal was reserved for later emperors coming to mourn and offer rites, while the western portal was for princes, nobles, and officials. In a civilization deeply ordered by hierarchy, breaking these rules brought penalties, docking of salary, and reductions in rank or privileges. As for ordinary laborers, they could only use the small side wickets flanking the Great Red Gate, narrow passages reserved for workers, menial staff, and garrison soldiers. Now we follow the same ceremony route, and later emperor would take and step inside, Beyond the Great Red Gate, on the eastern end, just behind the gate, sits a small compound that visitors often overlook, the Jufu Hall, the county yard for preparing ceremony attire. It was the place where later emperors, when coming to perform rites, changed into their ceremony robes and took a brief rest. Functionally comparable to the Lincoln Memorial in the United States, most imperial tombs here at the Eastern Qing Tombs are fronted by a monumental Stele pavilion. This pavilion rises about 32 to 33 meters high and has stone gateways on all four sides. It is the most imposing stand-alone commemorative structure in the entire necropolis. Inside stands a colossal stone stele inscribed in both Manchu and Chinese with the achievements and virtues of the Shunzhi emperor. So the building's full name is the Pavilion of Divine Merits and Sacred Virtues. According to Qing protocol, the text was composed by Shunzhi's son, the Kangxi emperor, a later ruler writing a respectful epitaph for his father, embodies the traditional Chinese ideal of governing through filial piety. The beast that bears this colossal stele is called a Bixi. In legend, one of the dragon's 9 sons. In Chinese tradition, it signifies longevity and the enduring fortune of the realm, which is why it's often used in imperial tombs. Around the Bixi, you will often see aquatic motifs, waves and creatures like soft-shell turtle, shrimp, crab, and fish, suggesting the Bixi's command of the waters, and by extension, the emperor's ordering of the realm. Surrounding the pavilion stand 4 towering Huabiao. Atop each column is a massive beast from Chinese tradition, the sky-gazing roarer Wang Tianhou, which legend says can roar like thunder. That thunderous cry carries 2 messages. First, urging later emperors to come from Beijing to pay respects here at the Eastern Qing Tombs. Second, pressing them to return swiftly to the capital to govern, lest they forget the astral charge of diligent rule. An emperor's life on the ground was never solitary. Stone sculptures recreated the luxurious processions he enjoyed in life. Along the main spiritual of Eastern Qing Tombs stand 18 pairs of stone guardians, embodying the endless splendor of imperial privilege. Many of these figures now show serious damage and cracking, caused by the harsh northern climate with its dry winters and alternating rain and snow, and to some extent by the 1976 Tangshan earthquake, approx magnitude 7.8 to 8.0. Look, this military guardian figure wears armor in the style of late Ming to early Qing China. Look closely at the right thumb. There is a thumb ring, a device for drawing a bow, which reflects the Manchu's martial heritage as a people of the steppe and the hunt. The civil official status, dressed in court robes, also reflects a nomadic martial ethos. Unlike the Han style of wide sleeves, their narrow calves make it easier to mount your horse and shoot from the saddle. On the left hip, each finger carries a saber hanging at the waist. In Qing China, even high-ranking Han officials were required to attend military ceremonies, and that tradition of valor is made unmistakable by the sword hanging at the official's waist. Many assume that stone spirit guardians are unique to Chinese or even Han civilization. That view is too narrow. In China, their use in tombs can be traced back to the Western Han general Huo Qubing, who campaigned to Central Asia, where early steppe cultures already placed carved animal fingers at burials. That custom entered the Central Plains through Huo's tomb and later became standard in imperial mausoleums of the Tang, Song, Ming, and Qing dynasties. In other words, the long avenue of stone guardians here is a product of early globalization and cross-cultural exchange, not an isolated invention. Behind this stretch of the Spirit Way stands the Dragon and Phoenix Gate. It has 3 passages. The central one was reserved for the coffins and the spirit processions of the deceased emperor and empress. The eastern passage was for later emperors coming to pay respects. The western passage was for princes, nobles, and officials. It's called the Dragon and the Phoenix Gate because the glass screen wall here is carved with the qilin dragon, symbolizing the emperor, while on the rear screen you will find lotus blooms and leaves, an emblem of the empress. Her other common emblem is a phoenix. Taken together, the gate's imagery expresses a wish that the departed emperor and empress remain harmoniously united in the afterlife. Because in China's long feudal history, there were countless power struggles among emperors, imperial clans, and empresses. Chinese civilization places great emphasis on feng-shui, understood as concentrating favorable energies and improving destiny. By shaping and choosing the geographical environment, people sought to enhance the vitality and the fortune of the tomb's owner and their descendants. Among China's imperial mausoleums, the Eastern Qing Tombs, often regarded through the lens of feng shui as the finest example. At the far southern end of this long spirit way rises a mountain of nearly 300 meters, called Jinxing Mountain. Solid and steadfast, it is seen in feng shui as an old royal minister, respectfully regarding the Aixing Julu imperial tombs and the dynasty's imagined 10,000-year realm. Behind the Eastern Qing Tombs rises Mount Changrui, 472 meters above sea level. In Chinese, Changrui means prosperity and auspicious good fortune. Its unbroken chain of peaks symbolizes the Qing imperial line enduring for generations. Curiously, locals count 12 principal peaks on Mount Changrui, the same number as Qing emperors. Was this fate at work? The story of the Eastern Qing Tombs continues. In the next episode, we will visit the Xiaoling mausoleum of the Shunzhi Emperor, the first Qing ruler to govern China proper, and explore how this tomb weaves Manchu and Han traditions into a seamless whole. If you are enjoying the series, please subscribe and support the channel. Thank you.